Track session for me is like the most loved, but the most hated session in the week because it's so hard and the track holds you so accountable, but it does help you keep you honest and get you in shape. And so I do love the track, and I think the first few track sessions of the year or of the season are always a little bit challenging. Why are we going to the track right now? Because we signed up for a High Rocks race, and High Rocks, for those of you who don't know, is 8 1,000 meter runs. And I wanna have an idea of like, what kind of pace can I hold on this 1,000 meter run while doing other fitness stuff. So today we are heading to the track, and it's gonna be intervals. Right now I'm doing intervals anywhere from 200 up to about 1,200 meters, maybe a couple miles as we get closer, just to continue building my fitness and also get used to using the speed. As far as running goes, I typically run about 4 days a week. That's my goal. And then I also cross train. So I lift and do everything in there as well. It's usually 2 easy run days. One of them might be a little bit shorter, like 20 to 30 minutes. The other one might be 30 to 45 minutes. And then I have a workout day, which is high intensity, really hard effort, which I'm gonna share with you guys today. And then I have a longer run as long as I'm feeling good. Otherwise it'll end up being middle distance. When I say long run, I'm keeping my long run 90 minutes or less right now because I'm not training for a marathon. In a High Rocks, hopefully I'll be finished within 90 minutes. So that's really the distance that I've been running. One of my favorite snacks before I run, I usually have this at least about an hour, 60 minutes before I run. Just do a little bit of nut butter. Right now I'm doing creamy almond butter. You'll notice it's really not that much. So I don't do like heaping tablespoons, just enough to have something in my stomach. And I have sourdough bread, and then I have sliced banana, sliced up real thin. This is like my favorite combo. Just throw the banana on top. It's a lot of carbs, a little bit of fat, and then I will have my bigger meal after my interval workout, but I don't want to feel full while I'm running. I promise you guys, if you get something in your stomach but you're not overly full, you will enjoy your runs and your workouts way more. And then I like honey. I'm just gonna do a little drizzle. A few things I've learned, like I was sharing, don't run on a full stomach because that is uncomfortable and nobody enjoys doing that, but definitely have something in your stomach so you don't feel like you bunk or you crash during your run. So I typically try to eat, for me, 16 minutes is enough time. If it's something super heavy or earlier in the morning, I might try to go 90 minutes, just so when I'm running, I'm not thinking about the food in my stomach, but I feel fueled. So that could be something that could help you guys. And then hydrate. So just make sure that you're hydrated. I put Element in my water. It has the electrolytes that I need so I don't cramp when I'm running, and it also makes my water taste delicious. So when it's not as warm outside, I enjoy drinking my water because I don't always feel thirsty. So hydration's key. And then lastly, warm up. So I'm gonna do a nice good hamstring warm up, glute warm up, make sure my midline is functioning, because when you're running hard, you think about that rotation that happens when we run, and we need to stabilize our pelvis to support us while we're running so we can be efficient and also feel good. Milo, you piggy? Are you a piggy? You're gonna stretch? Give me a kiss. I already took Milo for a walk today. He was a madman, huh? Milo gets his workout in first. I'm a big list person, and I always have been, so even if I write something down, then I have to cross it off. If I do it and it's not on my list, I still write it down and then I cross it off. You guys who are list people, you know. But one of the things that's always on my list is walk Milo. And I don't think I've ever not checked that off. It gets crossed off before anything else. Or not before, but no matter what, that's the one thing that always gets crossed off. Okay, I'm a good boy. Are you coming out? Here. Today's video is sponsored by Element. Whether I'm in the gym, running laps around the track, or I'm hitting the ski slopes, I always have an Element with me. Element is made up of 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, and 60 milligrams of magnesium. It has everything you need and nothing you don't. So that means there's no sugar, no artificial flavors, no fillers, and it's also gluten-free and perfect for anybody on a low-carb or a ketogenic diet. Electrolytes are responsible for hundreds of functions in our body, and water alone is not enough to hydrate. Element is the perfect sidekick to help support all of those functions in your body. It's a tasty electrolyte drink mix that you can take with you everywhere and anywhere. It's something that I take with me in my gym bag, my travel bag, on vacation. Wherever I'm going, I always have a little Element packet with me. It's perfect for everyone and anyone, no matter what your goals are. We all need electrolytes to support the functions in our body. Element is offering you all, my subscribers, a free sample packet with any order. That's 8 single-serving packets so you can try out all of the flavors or share with a salty friend. This deal is only good through my link, so you have to click the link below, and it's drinkelement.com/Chris Guillermo. DRINKLMNT.com/Christy, KRISTIERAMO. Now, back to today's video. Are we best friends? Typically, the first thing I start with is just warming up my ankles and my calves and my Achilles. So I struggled with a little bit of Achilles pain like in the past. And so what I've learned is just making sure I get some blood flow. So I'm starting just with like a soft knee bend to where I feel a really good deep stretch. I feel it into the arches of my feet. And then I'm releasing and just hitting a calf raise, just starting to get ready because I'm gonna be pushing off the ground. So I just kind of work through here for 20 to 30 seconds, 10 to 15 reps, just kind of listening to my body and seeing how I feel. And after so many reps, I really start to loosen up and I start to feel a lot better because then I know when I get onto the track, when I get out for a run, hopefully my ankles, calves, and Achilles will be ready to go. Next, I'm gonna work on my hamstrings. So I've been incorporating this hamstring drill in before I squat heavy, before I run, before I do lots of things. It's very different. It's ideally meant to be done with a stability ball, but the rower is a really great way if you don't have a stability ball, which I don't in our garage. So when you're doing the first one where I had my legs straight, you're driving your heels in, but you're pulling the rower against the end. So we don't want to feel it slip away. And then when I'm doing the glute bridge, the same thing. Driving my heels in and I'm lifting and I never want to feel my rower slipping away. The third one is a little bit more advanced and I've had to really work up to that one where I start in the glute bridge, I let my legs extend all the way out, and then I'm driving my heels into the seat, keeping my hips up, pulling the seat back to that starting position. So it's a series of 3. Start with just the straight leg lifts that I showed you guys at the start, then work into the glute bridges, then if you can work into those extension and flexions, but also use a stability ball if you can. So the rower is a really great add if you don't have one. A lot of us have rowers and don't have stability balls. So that is my hamstring warm up. Really, I just like to feel a super solid pump through the back of the legs. It's kind of crazy. It also starts to spike my heart rate. Next, I'm just gonna work on some banded dead bugs, some high knee drives, and then I'm going to lightly jog my butt over to the track. I only live about a mile from it, so I use the mile there as a warm up so I don't have to do more circles around the track. Whew, it's actually pretty nice out. Might have overdressed, but I always bring a little water with me. These things are great for long runs, but also just to take up to the track. So it's gonna be about a mile to get there. That gives me enough time to think about the workout. GPS is loaded and just kind of like get my mindset ready to work hard. So here we go. I'm doing this high rocks for fun, but at the same time, whenever you sign up for something, it makes you just work a little bit harder and challenge yourself and get outside of your comfort zone just to see what's possible. So even though it's different than training for the CrossFit Games where I had like super focused, everything was so dialed in. That was literally what I slept, ate, breathe, work out all day. That's all I did. This is different, but I'm really looking forward to testing it out and having fun with the community and just pushing myself in a different way. Whew. I made it. It's warm, but it's nice to warm up and feel warm, not feel like we're so cold. So do a couple strides and then we're off to the races. We're gonna do 6 1K repeats with a 200-meter easy jog in between each. And just starting at around, I have a goal in my head, thinking like 4-ish minutes. We'll see how that feels. I ran some 400s the other day a little bit quicker, so it's longer, so slower. It's 5 to 6 sets, 1K, run hard, but consistent, followed by 200-meter easy jog today.
Those lights, camera action when I step into the limelight. Easily adapted to the high life. Dressed to impress like it's prom night. And when you live in top shelf, you know you gotta set the bar high. Had the same dreams since we was kids. Big trips, big cars, and even bigger cribs. Never thought that it would happen just the way it did. Fast forward that now, it's just the way we live. That's good food and drinks. My mood makes you think that this life's made for a king. The room starts to shake.
All right, I just finished the 6 1K repeats. They were hard today and my legs were so heavy. After the first lap, I was like, oh gosh, I have like blocks of concrete or sandbags for legs today. And I just felt like my feet were bricks. And usually I'll kind of snap out of it and pick it up. But today was one of those days that it honestly just got worse, if anything. And that's really a good day to challenge yourself, or for me to learn on what's happening between my ears, because all I could think about was like, okay, you know what? Don't feel good. Let's go home today. But that's not how you get better. And the more I do this, the more I learn that it's actually these days that make you the better athlete, that help you grow, that challenge you. because we get fewer days where we feel good. The more you do this, the less days you're gonna have where you just feel amazing. So you can really cherish the days that you do. If you're a newbie, you might be hitting PRs all of the time, but the more you continue to build and to layer, those PRs become fewer and far between. So you wanna celebrate when you do have them. So really it's these days when you don't feel the best that you have to push through. And yesterday we did an assault bike workout, or echo bike, whatever, with wall sits. And then the day before, Pat and I did a crap ton of squats and lunges. And so I just felt like I was like, oh, I just can't get going. But you know what, I got it done. I'm happy with it. My efforts were consistent. They definitely weren't the way they were before the games a couple years back, but it gives me something to strive towards and to work for. I think it's really important to have a program to help you stay motivated, and a program that has progressive overload. So this is a workout that came from the lift run, but it's a workout that, you know, I've done year after year after year. So I really have a good benchmark and I have a good guide on where I should be when I feel like I'm really fit. And so it's also recognizing that you have different seasons of life and that you can't be at your fittest all of the time, that you have to have ebbs and flows and you have to have deload weeks and peaks and valleys, because you just can't stay at your leanest and your fittest all year round. And it's just understanding big picture and understanding that each season and each block you can continue to build, and then you get a little bit of a rest time, and that's what makes it fun. So you're constantly doing this, but in the end you have this linear progression. So I think that today for me was more so a mental challenge, knowing what I want my times to be and that they weren't there, but as much as a physical challenge, just knowing I was running on heavy legs. But honestly, I think I feel better now having pushed through and gotten it done than maybe on a day that I felt great, because I felt like I faced a little bit more adversity today. So if you ever face adversity in your workouts, don't shy away, just keep pushing through and give it whatever you've got for that day, and just be proud of your effort. And if you're proud of your effort, then you can't be upset at the end of the day. This was a fun but tough day from the Lift Run program on IBEX Training. Everyone who hit this workout, I'd love to see what your fastest 1K time was. Mine was 3:47 today. If you guys are gonna be out at High Rocks, we would love to meet you. We'd love to say hey, so make sure you grab us. I'm gonna jog my ass back home for a nice cool down run and then stretch and enjoy the rest of this beautiful sunny day. Hope you guys enjoyed. If there's anything else you want to see in the videos coming up, drop them in the comments and we look forward to sharing more with you. Have a great day, and don't forget, if you like this video, smash that like button.